Okay, we're in round 2. We've got the choice. We're going to play first. And yeah, this is a mana heavy hand, but we'll keep it. We got a 2-drop and a 4-drop. Maybe we draw one of our 3-drops or something else. I mean, at the very least, if I just continue to draw lands, I can give my Leaping Master flying next turn. Not offer the trade. Well, it looks like... Yeah, that was a good spell to draw. That was certainly a good spell to draw. Playing against Mardu? Mardu, I presume. Alright. Well, guess I'm offering up trades here. Gorswine for a morph. Yeah, not thrilled about that, but let's be real. If he was allowed to flip that, he could have just eaten my Gorswine, so actually not that bad of a trade. I'd like a spell here. Ooh, that's quite the spell to draw. All right, we are officially out of gas, but got a potential flyer. Ooh, Archfiend. Well, that's going to be a tough one. Maybe kill shot or suspension field. How about that one? It's funny that, you know what's funny? I ask for kill shot and I ask for kill shot and I get the spell better than kill shot. That's funny. Horde Ambusher. Well, I can't use it yet, but that's all right. So we'll give this guy flying. Get in for 2. Morph the Horde Ambusher and pass. Alabaster Kieran. All right. Well, it puts a stop to our Leaping Master. Just a land. All right. Looks like he finally successfully defended himself there. All right. Unyielding Krumar. Warbehemoth. Well, I guess we'll just hard cast that guy. I don't have to, but I feel like it. I guess I could have played a land, and I don't think my opponent's attacking, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Besides the Kieran, of course. So I could have fooled like this was a, I don't even know, a Sage Eye Harrier or something. So if I find removal for his flyer, I think we're back in business with our Leaping Master. Well, or I could just get a Highspire Mantis. That also works. Now, granted, I can't use my Horde Ambusher, but actually, well, yeah, I guess that would have been better. I guess it would have been better to use the Horde Ambusher and then activate the Leaping Master and get in for 2. Oh, wow. That's pretty bold. Just a concession after a Bitter Revelation. We were drawing land into Bond Cannon. Well, we did have some decent spells coming up. So we're playing against Mardu. What can I do about Archfiend besides Suspension Field? I don't know. Act of Treason? I can steal it. I can arcbond. Yeah, it actually works. So I do have some outs to it. Do I want the barricade? How much removal did our opponent play that last game? I can't recall now. I feel like he just played creatures, which makes the barricade less attractive, although it is better on the draw. Probably. It doesn't feel like a very proactive spell, much more of a defensive spell. But we didn't see any... I mean, just because I didn't see him doesn't mean he doesn't have them, but... Oh... Did he not play any removal? He must have played some removal. I guess he didn't. All right, well, just keep it the same. Try it again. Great looking hand. I definitely have the choice of whether I'd rather Outlast or play the Morph. I guess it is pretty dependent on what he's doing. Or, well, now it's Outlast or play the Horde Chief, I guess. I might just offer the trade. I kind of want to get this Horde Chief down and trade with a Morph if it comes down to that. I know it slows our plan a bit, but it just feels like it's going to be good. And he's not interested. All right, well, let's drop a Horde Chief then. Gore Swine. All right. We do need some more lands here. No lands. All right. Well, I think we swing Horde Chief and Outlast and then pass. Yeah, it's a fair trade. So I could have played my War Behemoth, but I'd rather just get the first striker online here. All right. 2 morphs. Guess he can double block it. Well, not anymore. That's interesting. Man, I want to hit my land drops. I guess my opponent missed there too, didn't he? This is tough. Man, that 4th land would have made a world of difference. Well, I guess I'm going to act a treason here. Let's see what his morph is, one of them. Just a pony back, as far as we're aware. Yeah, I didn't want to give him the option to double block. Didn't seem all that good. Didn't want to bust my act of treason there either, but... Still feel like I'm in okay shape. So I know this is a pony back. We don't know what this is yet. It's probably a Krumar Bondkin. I guess that's the only other... No, we saw Sage-Eye Harrier too, so could be Sage-Eye Harrier. But wait. No, he wasn't able to unmorph last turn. So this could either be a Sage-Eye Harrier or a Krumar Bondkin. Sorin. Well, that's problematic. Well, that's an interesting choice, actually. There's our fourth land. Well, I can arcbond here, and then I can redirect the damage to Sorin. Yeah, probably just going to do that. I've got much more cards in my hand, so I think we're just going to do attack Sorin. He probably just blocks with a Vamp. Okay, so I choose target creature. Whenever that creature is dealt damage this turn, it deals that much damage to each creature and each player. Yeah, so we're going to arcbond his Vampire. So each player should take 3 damage, and we're going to redirect to Sorin. Well, you know, for that reason, no, I have to. I have to commit to this. So I'm going to take more damage since I'm redirecting to Sorin. Because I can't do it to my Bondkin because he's not taking damage. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. Whenever that creature is dealt damage this turn, it deals that much damage. Yeah, it is correct. So Arcbond, redirect to Sorin, wipe the board, get rid of some morphs. Still seems pretty good to me. Why was I not allowed to? All right. Was that a bug? I should have been able to redirect to Sorin there, and I was pretty well banking on that. Okay. Well, that's pretty horrifically bad for us. So that didn't do what I expected it to do in any way, shape, or form, much to my chagrin. So let's just light form now, and I guess I don't know what we're going to do. Hopefully get a creature, I guess. Nope. Well, that was not what I wanted to happen, so somebody feel free to explain that in the comments, because dealing damage to players allows you to redirect. And I was not given a choice in that matter, so that's very strange. Opponent's got a good deck. Creator's Clause and Sorin we've already seen, and Archfiend of Depravity. Our opponent's deck just suddenly got, it's better than ours. It's like we can safely say that, but I'm still pretty miffed about that. I'm very miffed about that, actually. That just doesn't seem right. I should have been able to redirect that. Should have just attacked. Ooh. Oh, I wish this worked. Let me think about this. Well, I can scale guard. Okay, so I scale guard, I pump my Leaping Master. Pass. Yeah, and then next turn I can attack with my Leaping Master, tap down his Sage Eye Harrier to get in on the Sorin. Alright. What does this ultimate do again? You get an emblem. I have to sack a creature each turn. Yeah, it's pretty good. That was a weird play on his part, I feel like. So we'll give flying. Swing at Sorin, tap the Harrier. Whenever that creature is dealt damage this turn, it deals that much damage to each other creature and each player. And whenever you deal damage to a player and they control a planeswalker, you may redirect that damage to the planeswalker. So, just really at a loss. I wouldn't mention it so much if it really wasn't the difference between winning and losing this game, which I kind of feel like it is. That was an interesting play too. I guess he just didn't have a way to protect it, so. Couldn't he have cast that and then given all of his guys lifelink or something? All right, I'm going to trade the Scale Guard for the Heel Cutter. I don't want to, but problem is I'm not going to be on the offensive for a while, so I think this is actually the correct move. Still have to come up with some method to kill Shambling Attendants. All right, so I'm at 7 mana, which means I can... Guess I just Fierce Invocation and pass. Well, 7 mana. I need to be able to... I think we do Salt Road Patrol and pass. That way I can Leaping Master to still block his Vampire. I don't know what I'm going to do about that Shambling Attendants. I just don't have a good out for it. Alright, well, guess that's better for me than an Archfiend of Depravity. Well, if that's the only thing he's swinging with, I think I'm just going to take it. I'm certainly not thrilled about it, but not left with a ton of luxuries here. Alright, 8 mana. So I can give flying play... I guess I play Fierce Invocation and leave up Flight. War Flare. That would have been a good card to draw, unfortunately. And this 5 toughness is just a huge bummer. We're probably dead, actually. I didn't do the math, but we got to be pretty close to dead here. Opponent's just got too many things. I'm telling you, man, I think that Sorin, that arcbond Sorin play really did ruin everything. And I'm pretty sure, I can't imagine why I wouldn't have been able to redirect to a Planeswalker. It really doesn't make sense to me. I can't afford to block. I can't afford to take 3. I'm in a pretty bad spot. Yeah, this is a pretty awful spot. Like I said, I can't afford to take 3, and I can't afford to block, so I don't know what that means. So I take 3, I go to 4. Next turn he swings with everything. I block 2, 3, 4. I still take too much. What do I do? Wow, this is tough. This is a bad spot to be in. Real bad spot to be in. I'm going to block like this. I know it seems strange, but if I draw a land, I can at least play Heartpiercer plus flip Behemoth, so I can at least eat a Bondkin. Otherwise, my Patrol can't do anything about the Bondkin. Yeah, this is not good. Very, very not good. That's actually a little bit helpful. I only have 8 mana though. So I play Suspension Field and leave up the Morph and the Leaping Master, I think. What does that do? So then he gets in with everything. I can block here and here. And I take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, go to 1. It's pretty bad. I'm going to play a Suspension Field, I think. I mean, I could do it on the Sage Eye Harrier too, I guess. But let's do it on the Bondkin. I do sort of feel like I need to keep up the Morph. Guess we're going to 1. Yeah, that's certainly not what I wanted to see. Man, he had Sorin, Crater's Claws, and Archfiend in the top 50% of his deck. That is pretty obscene. Yeah, I guess we're dead. I can't even, yeah. Man, I'm really waiting for that explanation on why arcbond didn't work. Man, that really, I honestly 100% believe that was the difference between winning and losing this game. So I'm admittedly I'm pretty miffed about that. That is pretty upsetting. Maybe I should just talk to an admin or something, but I don't really have the time is the problem. Because I'm down to like 12 and a half minutes. Maybe I'll do it between rounds and see if I can get the information on that for round 3, regardless of what happens. Because we still have a game 3 here at least. So our opponent's deck is absolutely bonkers. Now that I've seen what I hope is all the good cards in it, our opponent's deck is sickly good. Absolutely bonkers insane. Crater's Claws, Sorin, and Archfiend of Depravity is like just 3 ridiculous bomb cards to have in limited. Absolutely off the wall bomb cards to have. Crater's Claws is like, oh, it's late game, I'll just nuke you and kill you. Archfiend's like, oh, it's late game, sack everything. Sorin's like, oh, you have me in a position where you're gonna kill me next turn? Well, I'll just give all my guys lifelink and make it so you can't kill me anymore. So yes, all 3 of his cards are absolutely, completely game altering, which is gonna make this difficult. But man, God, that arcbond play, that's gonna rattle me for a while here because I'm just so hungry for why that didn't work. So hungry for information on that. All right, let's go to game 3. Yeah, this hand's fine. We'll keep it. So we'll go Ambusher into Warbeamoth into Warflare potential, which is actually a pretty good aggressive start. That's interesting. I guess now I'm a little more tempted to do the Bondkin. That way I can outlast or ambush her next turn, more likely ambushing. Here's an Arcbond again. So hopefully we can dish out enough damage here. Light Form's a good draw. So we're just gonna swing, well, War Flare doesn't work though. I think I just offer the trade. Follow up with a Light Form. Ooh. 3/3 Trample Lifelink. Hopefully he just plays Alabaster Kieran. That would be the best. All right. Well, that actually works. So, yeah, it's just Arc Lightning here, I guess. He doesn't have a black mana yet either, which is pretty good for us. Ponyback. Well, it's a good one to get rid of. Kind of want to hold that War Flare, to be honest, for as long as I can. I want to get to the point where Arcbond is just lethal. That would be the ideal. Heel Cutter Hardcast is a good sign, I would say. So I think okay, so we get in with our Mantis, Outlast, plus Morph, and pass. Now War Flare gets a lot better. No black mana from our opponent yet. Lotus Eye Mystics. Maybe he deals with the Light Form and we get it back? Wouldn't that be a dream? All right. Pretty good shape here, considering how good our opponent's deck was. Wow. Well, one, because our opponent didn't see a black mana. I will take that. Now I'm going to go to an adept and ask why the Arcbond thing didn't work. And hopefully I'll report to you by round 3.